All right, for today's video review, we're going to be taking a look at BotBots Series 6 Rattletail from the Pet Mob. Yeah, Rattletail here obviously turns into a little rat, and you know what? I think it's a pretty good rat mode, all things considered. I love how the fur actually has some texture sculpted on there. I think that works really well. It is a little bit ugly, I would say, but you know what? Real rats are kind of ugly sometimes too, so that works. It's kind of cute when you look at it front on. I'd say the one thing I really don't like about this mode is just like when you look at the head from the side, the mouth, just like the lower jaw is like weirdly separated from the upper jaw. And it's weird because it looks like there's like, it's clearly sculpted to like contour to that piece, but it just doesn't. So that's a little bit weird, but from most angles, you can't really tell the difference anyway. So it's not really that big a deal. This one does technically have a little bit of articulation in this mode. The legs, the back legs here can swivel back, so for whatever that's worth. But yeah, I'd say this is not one of the new BotBots from the 8 packs that I got that has like one joint that is so tight that it's basically untransformable. But this one has kind of its own separate issue because when you look at the promotional images and even the images in the packaging for Rattletail, it clearly shows that the tail is supposed to come off and become a little weapon that the BotBot can hold in robot mode. And that's just inaccurate. The tail does not come off unless this is really just like a really tight joint that is, you know, so tight to the point of being inaccessible. There is just no way. Like I'm really yanking at this thing. It's not budging. So maybe that just got scrapped somewhere along the design process, which would be fine, but it does kind of cause some issues in robot mode. Because getting onto transformation, because the tail cannot come out, the one thing that it can do is compress, so you can compress it in about that much, which you do need to do because then the legs of the rat you fold down and these will be the robot mode legs, except the tail extends too far down, so you can't really like it's like that, so it's like kind of like leaning forward, so you have to like kind of bring the legs a little bit forward to actually get it flat-footed on the ground, and then it has this kind of like lean forward that it does, which makes it really hard to stand, and it just seems like an obvious sort of design oversight here that just didn't get checked. And then you take the two side halves of the rat here and fold them out to be the arms rather than actually using the rat legs there, and then you take the lower jaw and just flip it up like that to become the little face there, and there we have Rattletail in their robot mode. And yeah, I quite liked rat mode. I really dislike the robot mode. I think it is just really bad on a number of fronts. The whole thing, like, I wouldn't have minded it not having accessory with the tail there, but since the tail literally gets in the way of it standing up straight, it means that it's hard for it to actually, like, balance sometimes. Like, that's a real pain. I don't really like the look here of the arms sticking out of the side with, like, you know, the front legs of the rat just kind of chilling on the chest here, and man, that's the face. Just a couple red dots. You remember when BotBots had like really characterful expressions? And there's like a lot of paint real estate on here for them to like do something more interesting than just a couple of generic, you know, red eyes. They could have put some detail on the chest to give it, I don't know, anything going on, but more so just like some other expression on the face would have gone a long way, I feel like. And yeah, I really just think that it's kind of an ugly robot mode. But yeah, so this is another one of those Series 6 BotBots, especially from, you know, I keep saying just Series 6, but I actually think that most of the Series 6 BotBots from the 5 packs were pretty good. It's mostly just the ones from the 8 packs, weirdly enough, that I think are just, like, have a lot of just bad issues with them, and Rattletail is no exception. I mean, the only thing that really feels like an issue, and just, like, you know, other than just bad design, is just, like, the tail not coming out, because that really does get in the way of it actually standing up straight. But yeah, no, this is somehow even uglier than the rat mode, but at least the rat mode was ugly in a kind of like appealing sort of way, whereas this is just kind of like, what am I looking at, kind of ugly. So yeah, I'd say robot mode for me straight up gets a 1 out of 5. Maybe if the tail thing functioned and it could actually stand up straight, then I would give it like a 2 out of 5. But yeah, I don't know, it really is just the face is like, you really could have, you know, saved a lot and add a lot of character just by like literally giving it a mouth at all. Like it's just a little bit baffling. I guess all of the paint budget really got used on, I don't even know. I mean, I guess all of this is paint. So maybe the tail is painted. I can't really tell. I mean, obviously the pink art, but I don't know. It just doesn't seem like it's painted as well as it could be. Rat mode, it's not pushing it to be giving me that bonus 6 point, but I think I'll give it a full 5 out of 5 here. It's a pretty good little rat mode. I think it works pretty well. And transformation is normal, average, so 3 out of 5, which is going to give Rattletail an ultimate score of, what is that, 9 out of 15, making him or making them a 2-star BotBot. So, no, not the worst. It could be worse. It could be a 1-star BotBot, but this is definitely one of those ones where it's just like really excels in one mode and then the other mode is just kind of garbage. And yeah, it's kind of a bummer when it ends up being the robot mode is the garbage mode. So it gives me, I tend to prioritize the robot mode looking good a little bit more than the alt mode, at least in my head, even if that's not reflected in the rankings. So yeah, I'm not a huge fan of this BotBot, which is a shame because when I saw we were getting a rat BotBot, it was one of the ones I was more excited for in in the lineup when we first saw images of Series 6. But yeah, no, not great in my opinion, but what can you do? If you want to pick up Rattletail, they are available in either of the two Pet Mob 8 packs. If at this point, I don't think they are showing up in stores, but if you saw them in stores and looked at one of them and thought, oh, that doesn't have Rattletail in it, actually in one of the 2 packs, Rattletail, for whatever reason, is the blind packed one, rather than one of the grease strip, or not grease strip is one of the specific ones, rather than one of the oil slicks guys being the blind packed one. Rattletail is blind packed in one of the other 2 packs, and then in the other pack is just open and available. So either of the 2 8 packs has Rattletail in it. So if you get the full set of 8 packs like I did, you will get 2 of them. I tried the tail on both. It does not come off. So, but yeah, that's pretty much all there is to this BotBot. If you enjoy my videos, make sure to leave a like and consider subscribing. I do reviews every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. And without further ado, here we have BotBots Series 6 Rattletail from the Pet Mob.